Very welcome. My name is David Widén Oridsson, and this is Hockeyfeber. Very welcome. And today I have my fourth episode of Hockeyfeber's UK Icehockey Series, the third edition ever since I started. And I have my fourth guest, and once again, it's a fantastic and great hockey player, and this time from a new place in the Great Britain. And I welcome very much Claire Turnbull, representing the Caledonia Steel Queens and as well the Whitley Bay Beacons in the Women's National Ice Hockey League 1. Very welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, just perfect. This is my my second Christmas. This is the best time of the year when I have this series. So I just it's a blast to have this. I'm a
Thank you for having me.
really hockey freak, so this is what I'm longing for all season long. Yeah, so it's really great. So, Claire, how would you describe yourself as a hockey player?
Well, first of all, I'd probably say that I'm quite a student of the game. I'm quite hardworking, and always trying to improve and figure out what I can do better.
Yeah,
But as far as like roles kind of go on the ice, I'd say I'm more of a playmaker than anything.
yeah.
I tend to, try and work hard down in the corners and set my teammates up and try and make goals off of that.
Mm.
So pretty hard working in that, and I think I just always try to be a presence on the ice and make an impact as
Yeah,
much as I can. Yeah.
yeah. And how did it come up that you began with ice hockey from the beginning? How did you find out
Um,
that you wanted to do it?
yeah, so I've always grew up with hockey around me. So my dad played, and so I was always, at the rinks playing and playing about with other kids actually while my dad was on the ice. And so it was roughly around 4 years ago, I was watching my dad play in a tournament, and I just decided in my head, that I wanted to play. And so the next week I was on the ice, and ever since then I've been on. So yeah.
Yeah, it was running in the family, so to say.
Yeah, it's always been in the family, so it was
Yeah.
bound to happen at one point.
So now it's really great that you play in a club, as we told in the beginning, for the Caledonia Steel Queens, and of
Yeah.
course as well for the Whitley Bay Beacons. But
Hmm.
it's really great for the female side that it have expired to more places to get more choices for the women's
Yeah.
side to be
Hmm.
able to be active and play in a team.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's really great as well, I think, that you play in the first ever female university uh, ice hockey team in the
Hmm.
British University Ice Hockey Association.
Yeah, it's great, especially because, in Scotland for women's hockey, it's not very popular.
No,
So the fact that we've got the Caledonia Steel Queens there for, all the female players that are maybe even wanting to try hockey as well. It's good to have that there. And so I'm very proud to be part of the team. And yeah.
yeah, and being like, yeah, I say, in the beginning of the history, so to say,
Yeah, definitely.
making the first chapters of a long and
Yeah.
successful history.
Definitely.
And extra nice, I think, for the people of Edinburgh to have as well the Edinburgh Capitals back in the Scottish
Yeah.
Ice
Hmm.
Hockey League. So the hockey vibe is once again alive.
Yeah, it's live again, and it's encouraging more people to play hockey and bring it more into Scotland as well, which is really good, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's great for all of the active persons, but as well for the hockey freaks as me.
Yeah.
And so, what would you say is the best thing with ice hockey that you like? If you if
Um,
they comes easy to your mind, what's the first thing you think
yeah.
of?
I think just like the community of it, I think that's a really big aspect that has such a big impact on everyone. I know like for me, I've made so many, relationships with people through hockey,
Mm,
and you meet so many new friends and, like players from all over the world really as well. Like on
yeah.
Steel Queens, I have teammates that are from Canada and, Ireland and all over the world really. So
Mm,
I think it's the community that, everyone around you and you meet all these new people as well from it. I think that's one of the best things about it.
yeah. So this season, as we said, you have been busy with hockey, but
Hmm.
also as well with other things. But for this fact that you have played for two clubs, as we said,
Hmm.
for the Whitley Bay Beacons and for the Caledonia Steel Queens.
Hmm.
And for Caledonia, you have played, I think, if I'm right, 7 games, doing 7 goals, 1 assist, totally 8 points.
Yeah, I think that should be right. Yeah.
Yeah, and seasons before as well, you have been very good in producing points, and you have played
Mhm.
totally, I think, close to 50 games now for
Yeah.
Caledonia only, if you include the 7 games you have played so far in this season.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a lot.
So, how would you describe your season in your own words, as it is from this point?
I'd say it's been pretty busy, obviously, playing for two teams. It's went by quite quickly, um, from when it started to now, we're nearing the end of the season, but I'd say that it's been really, really good. I know for Whitley Bay, we're doing pretty good in the league. We're, at the top of the league this season
Yeah.
so far, so it's looking good. And for Steel Queens, we've had this is well, obviously it's my second season with them, and it's I'm getting used to the team now, and I'm getting used to everyone and how we play, and more players are coming in, and it's good to play with each other and kind of learn from that as well.
Mm.
We've not we've lost a few games, we've won a few games, so it's been up and down, but it's been really good. The spirits are really high as well, and just trying to continue to work hard towards
Mm.
the end of the season.
Yeah. And besides that, you have only as well been you were one of the ones that were selected for representing Great
Yeah.
Britain in the classic Lake Placid in US. Describe how that feeling was, being a part of such a big event and
Hmm.
being able to put on the GB shirt and play for Great
Yeah,
Britain.
it was like unbelievable. It's hard to find the words to describe it, especially with playing in such a short amount of time. Like being able to get to the standard to represent my country at that level was just absolutely amazing. As well as there's five of us from Steel Queens and a couple from Whitley Bay that were playing together in the team, and playing with other players I'd never met before was just a great experience alone.
Mm,
And going up against countries such as Canada and USA, that was very, very big to
mm,
me, and it was really special.
mm.
Especially, I was lucky enough to be in the first line and be centre, so I got to start the games. So that was really exciting in itself, and it was an overall amazing experience. That was my first time as well going abroad, so I'd never, been on a plane, and so the whole experience was just, I'm very proud to say that I got to be part of it.
Yeah, just a couple of few people in the world are being able to be a part
Yeah.
of such great event. And I think
Hmm.
for those that doesn't understand how big it is, it's extremely huge. Have been every year.
Hmm.
Doesn't matter where it is.
Hmm.
I think I'm pretty sure from the Swedish perspective that I am one of the few trying to get out
Yeah.
the actually fact that it's so huge that it is, and
Hmm.
it's a completely different thing comparing to other competitions. So, for
Yeah.
example, you have Russia, not this year, of course, because of the situation, but
Hmm.
Canada, and you have other teams that are really great in this university side
Yeah. Hmm.
competition that maybe are not the best ice hockey nations in other but they put a lot of focus into their teams.
Yeah.
So it's huge. It's a
It is.
great event.
Mhm.
Yeah. So fantastic. I followed it and have been done it before, so I think it's
Mhm.
really cool. I wish I could go some year to see
Yeah.
it in my own.
Yeah.
And
Hopefully there's more years to come.
yeah, absolutely. So as you were younger, have it been anybody specific that you looked up to and got inspired to being a better ice hockey player that you looked up to?
Um, well, going back to how I started, it would probably have to be my dad mainly.
Yeah,
So he's also my coach now as well, which I'm very lucky to have.
yeah,
So I really admire him as a coach as well as a player. So he's probably one of the biggest, figures in
yeah,
ice hockey. Um, but even my younger brother also played as well, and he attended lots of camps as well, which
yeah,
were coached by, high level coaches, elite league players. And
mm,
so I think watching them as well on the ice was something that was quite inspiring to me.
yeah,
Um, I think maybe in terms of, female role models, though, I'd say Hilary Knight would be up there for me.
mm,
Um, Before I started playing ice hockey, I'd seen videos of her playing on YouTube,
mm,
and I think that was also part of how I wanted to play. I'd watched that and I was like, I want to be like that because I just thought it was so cool. And
yeah,
so she was an inspiration to me, and she still is to this day as well.
yeah. Great role models to have.
Hmm.
And I think it's very important for everybody to have somebody to actually look up to
Yeah,
be able to have this hunger and focus to actually aim for something
yeah,
more.
it's a goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So how does it feel? We talked about it earlier that you actually, in your position as you play now, are able to be a role model for others, and the things you are doing on ice
Hmm.
are getting to others as we
Yeah,
speak, and it must feel great to feel that you actually have achieved so much and still you are so
yeah.
young to be
Hmm.
able to inspire others as you have been inspired yourself.
Yeah, it's great because, being a female ice hockey player in Scotland, you don't get that many female players, but I'm lucky enough to also I do coaching as well as playing. At the weekends I coach, learn to play and under 10s, under 12s. And so I kind of get to be a role model for them as well.
Yeah,
I know for some of the girls that have came on the ice to learn how to play, I've been, a kind of role model to them because, if I know for me when I was younger, if I saw a female coach on the ice, I would get really excited because you don't get that.
yeah,
So I think it's quite rewarding when you see that and, coaching the kids as well, you can see them getting better slowly and it's quite rewarding and
yeah,
you can see the effort you put in come out. So hopefully I can continue to be that for the kids. And yeah.
yeah. That I absolutely think you are going to be, and I think you have a lot. Still, that you have achieved so much
Hmm.
as you are so young yet. You have
Yeah.
so much still to come.
Hmm.
So I think it's absolutely great, and it's very great to see that it comes new generations that
Yeah.
bring
Hmm.
the sport further. So,
Yeah.
what in your career so far have been the proudest moment for you, if you have to pick a moment?
I would say definitely representing GB in Lake Placid would be one of the top ones there.
Yeah,
Um, I think we had for the Steel Queens, we had a tournament last July that we took part in, and I managed to get player of the tournament for that. So that was a very proud moment for me because I was very shocked about it at the time. I still am when I think about it. I'm like, why did I get that? But no, that was very proud to me. So yeah, I think just anytime I'm on the ice though as well and playing a game with my teammates, I feel quite proud,
yeah.
as a
That you
female player.
that you feel like that you are taking in each moment to
Yes.
be able to actually do the thing that you love.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's absolutely great. And if we were to meet, say in 2 years from now, what do you hope that you have achieved, and that you would tell me to add to this
Okay.
story?
Yeah. I would say from the beginning of me playing, my main goal was to always play for the GB national women's team.
Mm,
So that's something that hopefully in the next few years I can achieve. I know that if I just, put in the effort that I have been putting in so far, that it's definitely possible.
mm,
So that would be great to definitely tell you about. And also in the next few years, it should be the next university games. So
mm.
hopefully I can say again that I'm part of the squad to represent the country again for that, I think.
Yeah. And I think you have great opportunities to be able to achieve
Mhm.
that as well. And I wish you the best of luck to
Thank you
achieve
so
that.
much. Thank you.
Yeah. So, and I think I've spoke about it before to other guests that I've had before. In general, I think, of course, that's one of the many reasons why I have this series. I think people don't really understand how much is happening with British ice hockey that have happened in so few years, both in
Yeah.
male and female side. If
Hmm.
you look, for example, for women's, the U18 national team, they played against Spain in the final.
Yeah.
They did
Hmm.
it really great.
Hmm.
I think that was a top tournament for them, and that once again is very important for the whole area to make
Yeah.
the younger see that, okay, I want to be in the U18 team and I want to be
Yeah.
in the senior team and so on.
Hmm. Yeah, I think
So
it's really highlighted like how much is possible in the female as well as just hockey in general in
yeah,
UK. I think it's highlighted it. Yeah.
so that's really important. Whatever you are, that you must make it be seen to be able to actually inspire others.
Hmm.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
otherwise it's really hard to make the sport to grow.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Claire Turnbull, it have been an absolutely blast to have you as my fourth guest in this series. And I wish you and your teammates in both of your teams the very best of luck for the rest of what's coming for you. And I thank you so much to being part of this series. I'm very proud to have you as my guest.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been an honor.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
And for all of the guests, new and old, I thank you so much. I am so grateful for you that you are watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And for those of you that doesn't subscribe already, make sure to push the subscribe button so you don't miss out of anything that I put out in the upcoming days. I wish you all a very great evening and take care of you all wherever you are. Bye bye. See you on YouTube.